Let me start by asking you to share with us what has kept you going all these years, doing what you know how best.
Well, thank God for grace. The first thing I will say is it's not by my power. I thank God that the grace of God has kept me going. And having a good family is a plus to what I do. And kudos to my clients. When you are into something and people keep coming, of course you are encouraged. So those are the factors that has kept me going.
If you look back now, it was done like coming married.
Wow, I've lost counts. I've lost counts because by the grace of God, since I started some 32 years ago, well, maybe the first 5 years, I do like once a week, 3 in a month. But in the last 20 years, by the grace of God, except I'm not in the country, I'm on vacation, I do an average of 8 to 10 marriages in a month. So I've lost count. Really.
And what has been the different faces that you've seen in the industry? I know that things have changed for one year about it. So have you seen and have you also flowed with the various changes in the wedding engagement pattern?
Well, God has given me the grace to change with whatever situation. Like when we started, it was a matter of old people anchoring the program and all that, and it was anchored the old way. As time goes, I think I was the youngest Alaga some 30 years ago. Those people I met on the job were like 50 something years of age. I was in my early 20s. And today we have even the unmarried ladies doing it. Before, it wasn't like that. So for each stage, what I do is to look at the innovation, look at the trends, look at what is happening, blend it with how we started. Like now they sing hip hops and all that. It wasn't like that. So on every stage, as things change, I try to go with the time.
Let's talk about the fact that let's talk about the fact that there are different cultures and different um, marriages coming from different parts of the world. How do you blend the all of this?
I think that's the most interesting question I've had today. When you talk of different cultures, backgrounds, and all that, I always joke with my friends that when it comes to inter-ethnic marriages, I think I love it and it's my best area. It used to be Yoruba thing. Now we have it between Yoruba and Igbos, Yoruba and Hausas, Yoruba and Ijaws, and now in the last 3 years, you see foreigners from all walks of life coming to marry Yoruba ladies. And even the ones that are ladies, an American from Britain and all that, they still come to Nigeria to do the culture, even though our men is supposed to go and marry them there. They do their white wedding and still come back here to do the traditional marriages. They love it. And I think I'm enjoying it. I do Yoruba engagement very well, but I think I do better when it comes to inter-ethnic, inter-tribal, for whatever, international marriages. I love it.
We've also seen that unlike before, a lot of people try to do the wedding in just one day. Unlike before, you have maybe start on Thursday, you have Friday, you have Saturday, and on these days you have everything being done. How do you see that trend?
Well, to cut costs, it's fine. But if you ask me, it's affecting our culture. You can't stop people from doing it because of the cost. But in most cases, we rush things. Not forgetting the fact that it is the traditional marriage that really matters. But these days, if you can get an alaga that is time conscious, that will not waste your time, that will go straight to the point, you can eat your cake and still have it. We do it. I think the shortest I've done is 34 minutes. So yes, it was meant to be 7 o'clock, 7 to 9. The groom came in around 8:15, and we had to give them time to change for the white wedding. So we spent like 35 minutes.
How are you able to turn what was your passion into the business that you're working?
Well, already it was my passion, it's still my passion. And because I have an income, I can say yes, I've turned it to business. But I think the most interesting thing I've done by the grace of God is having a school where I train other people that are interested in this vocation. And I started that 10 years ago, Alaga Engagement Academy. We train men, we train women, we have bankers, we have people even that has risen to the rank of a director in the ministries, preparing for their retirement, and they come in and learn, and they are doing well. And so far, I think we've been around for 10 years, and I'm happy to announce to the world that we have a school that is government approved. We are government approved.
Tell us how.
Sorry. I'm sweating. Bring my handkerchief. I think I'm good. Then it's not working. We did not charge it. Okay, hold it. Don't hold it. Hold it for another 2 minutes. Take it. Hold it. Is it the one you are supposed to hold? It's not my name. I'm going to read something over that of my name. Believe you me, it wasn't easy because I thought of engagements. Engagements is the program, traditional marriage and all that. But if you do traditional marriage, Alaga traditional marriage school, people will think of the whites. So at the end of the day, we just said, okay, in this part of the world, people know traditional marriage ceremony to be engagements. So let's just do Alaga Engagement Academy, government approved, and it's the first of its kind. And by the grace of God now, apart from the students in Nigeria, we have some of our students that came all the way from Canada to learn. We have some that reside in UK, US, Canada, and I think South Africa. So that is why we call it international. It's the first of its kind.
And can you, for those of those who would like to know the courses, how is it? How do you run it?
Okay, well, because of the peculiarity, it's not like the normal formal school. This has to do with talents, interest. So we don't do it like the normal school. We do 2 sections in a year. Each class trains for 6 months, coming to school once in a week, and another 6 months of practicals. They go with me to engagements once in a month. All the students gather with the old students that are around. We gather once in a month. We have a hall we use. We do it as if we were at engagement ceremony. We have the groom, we have the bride, we have the parents, we have the family, and they practicalize it. We even have 2 colors, and we cook so that they will have a feel of what it's meant to be. And apart from that, we teach them area, it's part of the game. We teach them how to do proposal acceptance letters. We teach makeup, light makeup, not the heavy one. We teach gele, how to tie their geles. Because even though we use the professional gele tires, but at times you get to a venue, you already do your gele very elegantly done, and the groomsman might say, Alaga, I want to give you gele, I need you to identify with us. And it's just 5 minutes to the time. You don't go looking for somebody to tie your gele. You should be able to do a good standard gele. So we teach all of that. And of course we do counseling.
How did your brand name, SOKOYOKOTO, how did it come about?
Well, SOKOYOKOTO and Alalide are two different children of the same mom. Alalide is my own personal baby. But SOKOYOKOTO is the name I gave to a program I presented. That time the sponsor came to us at Lagos State Television. They wanted a cookery program, and they said we should name it Olobeluloko. And I said, okay, we cannot actually have a chant. If you say Olobeluloko, something more, when you say Olobeluloko, your audience must be able to respond. So I said, okay, let's just do SOKOYOKOTO. When they say Olobeluloko, everybody will say SOKOYOKOTO. So I gave the SOKOYOKOTO name. The client gave Olobeluloko. So the SOKOYOKOTO name, it's mine.
In your calling that program, was it the case that it's because you like cooking, or just give it to you as a professional job to do?
Well, some things are divine. I love cooking, though I don't eat much, but I love cooking. Before I started presenting that program, I could cook at least 50 different dishes from Nigeria. I'm married to a naval officer. They always transfer from here to there. They go to almost every country, every state in Nigeria. And I just thought to myself when I knew I was newly married that, this one that will be going from Calabar to Kaduna, let me learn their dishes so that anywhere we go, I can always fit in. But apart from that, when they came giving me the program as the presenter, they never knew if I could cook or not. They just wanted a presenter who will moderate a cookery program. But along the line, I think 80% of the recipe was given by me.
You're also a marriage husband. When you counsel couples to be, what is the message you always pass to them to make their marriage work?
I always tell the couple, number one, courtship days are different from marriage days. During courtship, the lady is the king. The man is the one that says, as your lordship pleases. But immediately you get married, power changes hand. The man becomes the king. So I always tell my brides to be that don't see your husband as your boyfriend that used to be your boyfriend. Your husband is the head, you are the neck. So you give him all the respect, the honor it deserves. I always advise my couples to make sure there is no communication gap. If you communicate, you will hardly have problem. Tell your husband, tell your wife, everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. When I was newly married, I was very young, and I had a very, very small figure, like a petite. So I had so many admirers. I will always come back to them, my husband, somebody to step me to me, and we'll laugh over it. So in case he heard something somewhere, there won't be any problem. He heard it first from me. And another most important thing, money should not be an issue. Money should not come between a couple. Whatever you have belongs to us. So make sure you spend money. Don't allow money to destroy your marriage. And lastly, no comparison. Don't compare your wife to another man's wife. Don't say, that husband is better than yours. He is your husband. That is the person you marry. Support him. Pray for him. He will be a big man someday. So with all this, I think we have healthy homes, healthy couples, and a healthy nation.
When you hear and read all the negative reports in the papers about marriage crashing and all of that, how do you feel? What do you think can be done to reduce, even if not to eradicate, but to reduce drastically the negatives that you read about? What's going to kill your wife, wife killing husband?
Sincerely speaking, nobody could ever thought men will be killing their wives, wives will be killing their husbands. It's beyond my imagination. But I think, number one, social media has not done justice to marriages. People read all sorts. Some people are so fake. They tell you they have 10 cars and all that. You see couples that are not even talking in the house, coming on social media to kiss and all that. And now you go back and take it up or be hard on your spouse. People should stop that. Secondly, please don't matchmake again. Allow a man to see a girl of his choice. Allow your daughter to marry a man of his dreams. Millionaires, multi-millionaires, and billionaires do matchmake their children. At the end of the day, your father is rich, my mother is rich, nobody wants to cooperate. So I think matchmaking is one of the worst things that can happen to any couple. If I see you, I love you, or if you come to me, you approach me, you want to marry me, I'm convinced that, I can marry you, I think we will have less of a problem.
And what's your message to the parents now, in-laws, what role they have to play to help marriages work?
Thank you. The job of a parent does not start when the couple is married. Mothers do concentrate on training their girls. The boys are not trained. Mine is an exception. I don't have a girl. So I trained my boys as if they were girls. My boys can cook. They can do everything a girl can do. The married one recently put his baby at his back. He actually backed her daughter and we laughed over it. Parents should please educate, train, do everything humanly possible for their children. Tell them the value of having a man or a woman. Tell them what is supposed to be done. Let them know that your wife, your husband is a part of it.